Welcome to the Pipeline and People podcast, where we talk to leaders, creators, and builders who are doing business differently. I'm Jaden Parisi, founder of Versorix, and in each episode, we unpack the strategies, systems, and stories that drive real growth. Whether you're leading a boutique firm or launching something bold from scratch, this show is your shortcut to the people and processes that actually move the needle. The guest today is Jason Kwao, founder of Intermast, a leading Amazon growth agency and one of the most compelling modern founder stories out there. From riding mopeds as a pizza delivery driver in the UK to building $1 million Amazon consultancy in Dubai, Jason, welcome. Could you kick us off with a little background?
Sure. Thank you very much for having me, Jaden, and I'm very glad to be here. I loved when you said, started off as delivering pizzas to now a £1 million agency out in Dubai. 'Cause, sometimes I think about the humble beginnings and I think about where I am now, and it's almost like a pinch me moment for myself. So it's always good to, go back a little bit and just hear and talk about a story. But my background, I'm a simple kid from London, Croydon, as I like to say. And I dropped out of university because for me, I realized, there's an opportunity online. People are making money online. And it was the space for me it was the time for me to actually figure out, like, what do I want to do in this space? How can I make money? How can I make my mark? And at the time, while I was delivering pizzas, I realized I'm buying so many items off Amazon, and I'm thinking, most of the time I can get these items for cheaper on eBay, but for some reason I keep going back to Amazon, even though it costs me more. But just the simplicity of, Prime, next day delivery, like I just love the whole Amazon ecosystem. So I was like, okay, now all I got to do is just switch from the consumer hat to a producer hat. And then I'm starting to look at, what products can sell, how can I market myself on the marketplace on Amazon. And I started finding products, selling products myself, grew my own brand, Raise and Bake. I had 21,000 followers on Instagram at the time. Back then, I didn't even know like the power of social media. I didn't even know I could leverage those 21,000 followers. Majority of them were in the US. The business was in the UK. So I was always thinking, how can I leverage this? But then COVID came, the business blew up. We were doing 10K months. And for me, in that moment, I actually thought I was really rich because at Pizza Hut, I was only making like 1-2K a month. So to making
Yeah.
that amount of money to me was like absolutely insane. Obviously, I stopped growing. I stopped doing all the things I did that got me to that place in the first place. I lost that money. Ended up working with an agency called Vinci, and they were working with £1 million brands. So I could see, like the game is much bigger than what I was thinking initially. I thought 10K was a lot. But now to be able to have access to millions and founders who are making millions, raising money, equity, all of that, that was completely new to me. I learned a ton from them. I think I stayed with them for 2 years. Then we left, started up our own agency, Intermast, which is always a dream of mine to be able to master the internet. So Intermast stands for Internet Mastery. And Intermast is, bringing that vision to your reality, just really figuring out for ourselves, for brands, for the partners that we work with, like how can we scale the internet? How can we leverage the internet to grow their brands? Obviously, at the moment, our focus is Amazon, but really and truly, we want to take this globally, like anything to do with the internet. Like we want to be first in the marketplace to take that over.
That's amazing. Thank you for that background. What pulled you towards entrepreneurship in the first place? Like you said that you wanted to see how you can make money and whether it's Amazon, but like, did you not ever want to go the kind of traditional route of going to university, getting a 9 to 5 and
Yeah. I mean, you see everyone doing it. It seems normal. It seems ordinary. It didn't seem like a challenge to me. It felt like even if I fucked around a lot, or I'm not sure if I can say that.
yeah, you're good. You're good.
But even if I fucked around a lot, I felt like I could easily accomplish that. And for me, it's almost like, I don't know, it didn't feel like I had that, that challenge in life. Like, like when I watch a movie, yeah, I want to see the hero get beaten up. I want to see him struggle. I want to see him crying at night. Like, that's what I want. That's what I really live for. So for me to just go to university and do like what millions and billions of people are doing, get a house, get married, get a conventional job, sit there, hate their job, retire, then finally get to spend time with their kids. Like for me, that's my version of hell personally. I couldn't do that. So I remember I was at university and I was watching YouTube videos and I'm watching Jim Rohn. Then I discovered Patrick Bet-David from Valuetainment, and they're just talking about business and talking about entrepreneurship. And Patrick but David's story, especially like going to the army and then wanted to do bodybuilding, but it wasn't working, sales wasn't working. And he's in that struggle phase. And, he ends up figuring out and he's making money and he's teaching people now. So for me, it always seemed like it is possible. Obviously, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but just all of these quotes that you hear, all the things you want in life are on the other side of your fear. So I'm feeling this fear, but I know everything I desire is going to be dependent on me taking a risk and betting on myself. And ultimately, I didn't want to live a life of regret. So I picked entrepreneurship. And, I feel like when you make these decisions, like things open up for you, paths open up for you. Because when I then picked entrepreneurship, there's a guy at university, I was at university before, he was handing out leaflets and he's saying, if you help me sell all of these properties, then I'm going to give you commission for each property. So to me, it's like, I'm at university, there's like so many students, they're all looking for cheap, good places. And you're telling me you got a bunch and I just need to like be the middleman. I was like, give me all of the leaflets. Like I took everything from, I'm just there like dressing up nice, handing out these leaflets. And yeah, that's like literally the start of my entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I don't remember exactly how it goes, but there's a clip from Alex Hermosi that I really, really like. It's, I'm going to probably butcher the wording here, but it's like the bigger the dragon that you have to slay or whatever, the better the story, right? So I definitely resonate with that. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, right? We've heard about the sourdough basket wins, but what do those days actually feel like on your side of the screen, like starting out?
Starting out, I mean, when we were starting out, when me and my wife left the UK, moved to Dubai, we left the UK really because, we felt so much pain in our lives. We felt like there was no other way. Like the marriage felt like we were facing lots of different challenges. My daughter Sophia has autism and she wasn't speaking. And for me, I felt like I was working so much, like literally burnout. And yeah, it wasn't working. Like it literally wasn't working. It was like, if I keep doing this, like I'm probably just gonna end up losing all of my hair. And I thought, okay, if I'm gonna make a change, if I'm gonna do something, most people say one day, one day. I was like, let's make this day one. And then we booked a ticket. I wanted to see the world. We went to like 5, 6 different countries and we just loved Dubai so much. We decided to stay in Dubai. And we're thinking, yeah, we're gonna come, we're gonna start a business, we're gonna make so much money. And that's like the dream. But the journey to get to that dream was literally so hard and so tough because my wife is pregnant. We moved to a new country. We don't know anyone. We have to sort out visas. We got to pay for hospital costs, like out of pocket, because we don't have any insurance. They don't let you get insurance once you're already pregnant. Then we're getting clients, but invoices are being delayed. So now, even though we're making money, we're late on rent. We have to pay staff. Like it was so stressful. Like I remember one day, like rent's due. I know they're gonna come knocking any second, and I'm just there crying. Like, what the heck am I gonna say? What the heck am I gonna do? And then few minutes later, it's like a payment drops. Then another payment drops. Then another payment drops. It's like 3 payments drop all in one go. And I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, just faith and having a lot of belief and just doing the work. I don't know. No, people believe in God or anything, but for me in that moment, I was like, some of these things, some of these dreams that we have, we think they're ours, but it's really God working through us to work on a bigger mission. So yeah, crazy.
Yeah, that's it's amazing. I can only imagine. But no risk, no reward, right? You're definitely reaping the rewards now. So
100.
made you who you are. But that rise did come with a fall, as you've mentioned. What gave you the courage to keep going after that, and kind of what happened? How'd you deal with it?
Yeah, I mean, the wins do come with losses. The wins come with no, sorry, the losses come with lessons, L's, right? And I believe in life, you just have to stack as many losses as possible because in every loss, there's a lesson and you have to learn that lesson. You have to understand that lesson because else you're just going to go through the same cycle. And for me, I felt like I was stuck in the same cycle. multiple times when I first made money. Well, when I was doing the student thing, I was selling these properties. The lesson I learned at that moment is I'm making this money from all of these properties. But then when the properties ended, when I sold all the properties, there was no money coming in anymore, like that. So I realized, okay, I need a steady, source of inventory or whatever that is. So then I realized, okay, cool. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to source products. I have a supplier now. I can keep getting that steady source in. And then I was making money from that. Then I realized, okay, I have made money now. I think I'm rich. I stopped learning. I stopped growing. And then I lost the money again because to my mind, I had a limited dream. But now I feel like I might still take another loss. It's going to be a lesson for me. But I realized, okay, I have to keep learning. If I win, I don't stop. If I win, I have to keep learning. I have to keep growing. I have to keep dreaming bigger. I have to keep reaching for things that are unattainable. It's the only way to really keep that momentum going. And yeah, I mean, right now, what we're doing in the business as well is we're looking to build many systems, more systems, because I'm so used to doing stuff. I know how to do it. I feel like I'm excellent at it. I can do it with my eyes closed. But now it's how many of the staff can I train? How much of my mind can I outsource to other people, but still maintain the same result that we have been getting for clients? And, take some time off. It's good to have money, but you need some time to enjoy that money as well. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then obviously when I have some time off, think about new ventures, think about new things we can do, think about better ways to, push the mission forward.
Absolutely. Wins and lessons. Love that. But what did that experience teach you, about managing product, money, momentum, like as you kind of rebuilt after those lessons?
Yeah. So, what did that teach me about money? I think for me, my lesson I've been getting from money is literally, if you do what you love and you think about what the marketplace needs, almost like an ikigai sort of chart, what do you love? What are you good at? What do people need? And what will someone pay you for? Like literally in the middle right there, you can make a shit ton of money and it's going to feel like almost magic. Like for example, right now, yeah, I'm going into a new venture. I want to make YouTube videos because I really love videography. I love watching movies.
Yeah, I saw that.
Heck out of me. And we got our first paycheck from YouTube. It's like 60 quid. But the money shouldn't matter because the money to me it's an illusion. People treat money like it's this real thing. Like I'm going to go to work. I'm going to get so and so much per hour. But that's an illusion. It's just like, it's like you're walking on a treadmill, but it's not leading anywhere. But with this YouTube concept, I'm having fun. People love watching the videos. I'm getting paid to create videos, which I would do for free anyway, because I just love it. And now I'm getting paid for it. So the more videos I make, these are like evergreen pieces of content that I can keep making money from. It's a cycle. It's a system. It's scalable. It has no limit. It has no ceilings. The only limit is my creativity or my imagination, right? Whereas if you're working, you only got so many hours in a day that you can actually do some work. So yeah, there's lots of different mindset shifts of, what is possible, how to make money. Because when I was working at a job, even the jobs I did, I always had fun. But one thing I learned early on in my journey is when you work, don't just work to earn, work to learn, because that learning that you're going to do is going to allow you to go to the next level and the next level, the next level, to the point where I feel like if I ever lost all of my money or anything again, I know I can get it back. It's simply just a glitch in the system,
Yeah. And I started a video media production company when I was 15, right? So I tried to be a YouTuber, but I was like 15, 16. It didn't work out too well, but yeah, there's definitely money to be made everywhere, right? One of my good friends just started up a faceless channel. He makes content on kind of nautical lore about, battleships and warships in the past, and he's making like $3,000 a month. It's actually crazy. So, I wish you the best of luck with the YouTube stuff. I'm sure you'll kill it.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
And okay, so bringing it back to kind of, Intermast, and I love that kind of play on words, the internet mastery. That's great. It's quite an impressive business. But at what point did you realize or shift, so to say, from I'm selling on Amazon, I'm doing well, I'm making 10 grand a month, to maybe I should start a business to help others?
Mm, mm. I think for me, the helping others was always there because I believe the more you help people, the more money you're gonna make, right? I believe money comes from service. The only way for you to get money is from someone giving it to you, and in order for someone to give it to you, it's you having to help that person. And naturally, when I was younger, I used to always be that guy that you'd reach out to if you needed a hand, you'd reach out to if you needed some help. And my dream was always like, I want to figure out how I can make money and then I can teach people. When I first started making money on Amazon, I was telling all my friends, yo, you need to hop on this Amazon thing. A lot of people didn't see the dream. A lot of people didn't see the vision. I wrote a best-selling book. I published that on Amazon, bestseller on Amazon in the e-commerce category. And I did that all through 2020. But when I then lost the money, it was like, okay, there's lots more for me to learn here. And I didn't even realize that the skill set I have of being able to sell on Amazon is something valuable. It's only when I went into that corporate space, working for an agency or with an agency, then I realized, wow, like I know so much. Like I know how to think strategically. I can put together a plan. I can put together a forecast. I can predict what's going to happen here. I know how much ad spend you need in order for you to go ahead and do this. Keyword research, like all of these things just came easy to me, naturally to me. And one of my mentors there, Renee, she was helping me refine because for me, I'm like a street hustler, or at that point, I was like a street hustler. Like I know how to flip something. But she taught me like, okay, you can flip something, but this is how you build like long-term value. This is how you build equity. This is how, you can scale things properly. And then, yeah, now we're helping other people and I'm realizing, okay, I don't need to put my own money into the business because that's what I did before. I spent my money into the business, but I spent way too much money. Then I ended up, not having enough money for the restock. But now I'm helping others. I am in charge of the strategy. I just need to focus on the one bit. They come up with the money. So it's like a partnership, right? Like I come up
Yep.
with the strategy. I know the game plan. You come up with the money and then, we run the play together. We both make more money than we would have done individually. And it's a win-win situation. So yeah, that ended up being like a light bulb moment for me and, been going with it. I think generally what I realized as well is if these clients are relying on us to be the experts into the marketplace, then I have to continually learn in order to improve and in order to grow and deliver the results that they want. And one of the issues I had before is that I stopped learning. So now I have pressure to keep learning and to keep growing. Like I can't stop learning and growing. So yeah, it's an interesting cycle.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously you have deep mastery of the Amazon and the kind of technical side of actually selling on it and the strategic side of selling on it. But when you're leading a business, there's a lot of different things to think about, right? Like how have you shifted from kind of delivery to thinking about, systems, hiring, scale, marketing, all of the other aspects?
Mm, mm. So for me, I never knew anything about business and a lot of people like to do the research before they start something. I like to start and then, I'll do the research once I'm in it because I'll quickly figure out, what my weak spots are, what my blindness are. And the ability to partner with people is key as well. You don't know everything. You can never know everything. But
Yeah.
if you have the ability to partner with someone, they have something that you need and you have something that they need that can take you really far. And education as well is a really big thing for me because even when I was at university, even though I dropped out of university, one thing I was doing is I was reading a lot. I read over 300 books now, literally just all on different subjects, just in order to really educate myself. So although I dropped out of university, I really consider myself an educated man, because I believe the true meaning of education is that you go to draw out of someone, their skills, their talents, and to be able to manifest those into the world and, make something good out of it. In terms of systems, I do also have friends and mentors that I speak to, people that are a few steps ahead of me. and I speak to them. I bounce ideas off of them. Even now with ChatGPT, you can have a nice conversation with ChatGPT, and they'll kind of give you a few tips and ideas that you can go ahead and consider. And then always books, courses, seminars. There's literally, I feel like we're in the age of information overload. As long as you're looking for information, you're gonna find it. But you have to
Definitely.
be strategic with the type of information you take in and how you go ahead and implement that information as well.
Yeah, 100%. And you mentioned ChatGPT there, and before you talked about mastering the internet, right? So that's a huge topic of discussion. It's all we do, right? How are you kind of approaching that? Because it is a big part of the internet, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, ChatGPT at the moment is more so like my executive assistant. I mean, ideas, any problems I have, like I'll run it through ChatGPT. My partner as well, she's amazing. She runs a lot of stuff through ChatGPT as well. I think with AI, there's lots more possibilities of what we can do and what we could get from it. What we have been looking at is automating the whole Amazon ecosystem in terms of listing optimizations, being able to get that done, keyword research, bullet points, etc. There are a few tools we're using currently for image testing, but I feel like the AI space on Amazon, I feel there's still a lot more improvements that can be made in that space, so to say. I'm looking for it. I can't say I'm completely obsessed with it, but when something does come up, I'll take a quick look, I'll research, I'll make sure, like, is this actually worth our time? Is it worth our investment? Do we need to work on this? And yeah, I feel like there's so much that's going to come from the AI space. I feel like it's one of those things, if you're not using it, you're going to get caught lacking, you're going to get caught behind. And if you are using it, it's going to catapult your business. It's a great space for you to be in, actually.
Yeah, that's why I'm in it. But yeah, no, I like that mentality. It's definitely good. But we do have a few minutes left here, so I'm going to move on to the last couple of sections. Kind of want to cover, Dubai definitely changed a lot, not just for you and your business, but your life. What has that move kind of meant to you?
Well, for me, Dubai, it always felt like something distant, something I could not grasp yet. I feel like it's a dream, it's a utopia in the sense that when I was in the UK and I heard about Dubai, I always felt like, one day when I make a lot of money, I'm going to move to Dubai. But when I then came to Dubai for the first time and I went to the Museum of the Future and I saw the way the whole country and city operates, for me, it was like, wow, I really have to be a part of this. Like any way or any form I can make it happen. And when we first moved here, we moved into the city center, and it does something to your mind when you keep seeing the work rate, like the way they're constantly building. It does something to your mind when you see Ferraris every day, when you see like G-Wagons every single day. Like when I'm in Croydon, I don't see that type of stuff. And even if I did, I'd always think it's probably a drug dealer or something,
Yeah.
But here, in my mind, I'm like, wow, like they must be doing something good. They must be running a successful business. And that's just my way of thinking. And if they can do it, then I can do it too. So for me, it's just forced me to dream so much bigger. I think at this point in my life, it's almost like I don't think there's anything in the world I can't afford because someone else can do it. Someone else is probably doing it like casually, and
Yeah.
as well, I feel like the networking, like when you're out networking, everyone is just so humble, so nice, so friendly. The weather, although it does get a bit extreme, like just to wake up and have sunshine 340 days plus of the year, like it just does something to your happiness. Like I was literally outside today. My friend just came to pick me up. We went out to grab lunch to go eat. I'm downstairs playing with the kids in the garden. I can go swimming whenever I want. The pool's just literally just up the road. But yeah, it's a dream life for me.
Sounds like I need to take a trip to Dubai.
You do, man.
Yeah, I'm sure the taxes are pretty nice too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're a husband, a dad. How does family shape your decision making?
Yeah, I mean, being a husband and a dad, I feel like it adds a lot more pressure to everything that, is going on in the business. But one thing I realized when I spent some time away from my kids and my wife on a business trip is like the quiet and the silence, like without having them there, it feels empty. It feels like no purpose. It feels, I don't know, it just feels wrong. I felt like as the man I have become and who I've developed into, the reason I am this guy is because there are a lot of things on my shoulder. There are lots of things that I have to work through. There are lots of challenges that I have to overcome. And the weird part of me, like I said, of the story, like I love that, man. If my life was easy, I would actually hate it. I would hate my life so much. But because there are challenges, because there's things I need to figure out, because there are problems, I have to be sharp. I have to eat right. I have to go to the gym. I have to read. I have to surround myself with people that are doing great things, in order for me to become the person I do want to become. Because everything I've accomplished now, although it's great, what I want to accomplish is so much bigger. It's so much greater. And yeah, I'm not there yet. So there's still lots of work to do.
That's awesome. All right. We do a little rapid fire section with all our guests at the end. I'm going to ask a few questions, just whatever's on the top of your head, quick 20, 30 seconds. Sound good?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. 1, what is the myth about selling on Amazon?
Biggest myth. I would say biggest myth about Amazon is that you need a ton of money in order to start selling on Amazon. It's really expensive to start selling on Amazon. And you need a professional to do it. I feel like anyone can do it. The only thing is you need a lot of time to get that experience. If you don't know what you're doing, it's going to cost you a lot because you're going to be making lots of mistakes. But it's very simple. It's very easy as long as you know what you're doing.
Nice. 1 action or mindset shift a founder can take this week to start scaling better.
Abundance. If you believe there is abundance in the world, then you can tap into that abundance and you can manifest anything that you want in life. If you believe, people don't have money and they can't pay for your services and they can't afford your services or your services are too expensive, you're going to put that energy out. It's like you're doing a sales call. It's like, maybe it's too expensive. Maybe, maybe, I'm not the right. Of course, they're going to say no. But if you go there, it's like, you need this. This is for you. You're going to make more money working with me. Like, of course, they're going to be like, how much does it cost? I got it. Like, I can find the money even though I don't have it. Energy.
Absolutely. Law of attraction.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. If you could only buy 1 book to spend your 62-pound YouTube check on, what would it be?
That's a good question. 1 book. Gosh. That's a hard one. I need to think about that. But I would say a Jim Rohn book. I feel like Jim Rohn really gave me like the foundations of entrepreneurship and personal development and becoming a whole rounded individual. For like gave me so many insights that turned me into the person I am today. And even now when I'm on Instagram and I see the Jim Rohn quotes or I see him speaking, it makes me feel nostalgic. And I'm like, wow, like these pieces of value and nuggets that he has been dropping are really amazing to change your life. It's like, don't go into the marketplace asking what the marketplace can do for you. Go into the marketplace and look at what you can do for the marketplace, So lots of value there, lots of gems there, lots of information. I know most people would have probably said something like the Bible, but it's a bit tricky for me right now. So
Yeah, I haven't heard of his books. I'll have to take a look. Just
okay.
Googled it now. They look quite interesting.
Yeah.
But thank you for that. Finally, what is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Best piece of advice I have ever received was from one of my teachers in college. He told me, Jason, you are better than you think you are. And although that was simple, it made me see myself in a different light and a different atmosphere. And I started accomplishing way more things after hearing that. So whoever this teacher is, I forgot your name. I'm sorry, but you are amazing. I love you so much. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's a good piece of advice. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining. It's been a great conversation. Where's the best place for people to follow your journey, get inspired, or reach out? I know, obviously, YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah. So best place for people to get connected with me, based on your audience as well, I'll definitely say LinkedIn. If you go on my LinkedIn, you'll see all the updates, everything that we are doing. Obviously, I'm connected with Jaden on there as well. So if you can't find my profile, Jason Kwao, just go on Jaden's profile, shoot him a message, and I'm sure it'll be very helpful to send over that link to you. But yeah, brother, it's been an absolute pleasure being on here with you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining. And for our listeners, if this conversation sparked any ideas, share the episode, tag Jason or myself, and let us know what landed. Thanks for tuning into Pipeline and People Podcast.
Thank you.